if you feel like you're the parent who is correcting your child all the time or constantly giving reminders and rarely getting them to cooperate, I want to highlight one very easy shift that you can make that for me, honestly, when I'm coaching families, feels like a sort of parenting superpower that we overlook because we are so kind of in the weeds and in the thick of the battles that we're constantly going through. So always remember to start or show empathy when your child is not experiencing the outcome that they want. So what does this look like? Your child asks to do something with friends, you tell them that they can't for what is very good reason, right? You have a really good reason as to why your answer is no. Your child becomes increasingly upset with this information, they get more frustrated, and now they try to challenge you, they fight you, they don't like that this is the outcome. As parents, we usually escalate when our kids start to do this, and we double down and we either justify our boundary and we over explain it, you know why, and this is the answer, and da 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 da, and we go on and on and on. It starts to shift into the world of lectures, which really don't work. Or we start to get mad at them for having an emotional response to our boundary. So then this causes us to escalate, and now we want to punish the fact that they're expressing these big emotions, which just continues to lead to more dysregulation, both for you and your child. So instead, if you can remind yourself to, one, pause. Remember, I teach my 4-step process, PAR, pause, acknowledge, respond, reflect. There's a free 60-minute workshop that you can download for free that teaches you how to use it in your home, because it's so critical that we can better attune and understand what's coming up for us when our kids are dysregulated, when our kids are challenging the boundary that we're setting. It's important that we can move from reactive to being more thoughtfully responsive and meeting their emotional and developmental needs. So your child begins to get upset, they don't like something. Instead, when that happens, as they dial up, you'll hear me say this, dial down. So you're going to kind of breathe, go back into your body, and start with empathy. I know it is so hard when you don't get to do the thing you want. I get that. I know when we hear the word no, it is so frustrating, and I get that feeling. But my job is to keep you safe. My job is to protect you from. My job is to sometimes give you answers that aren't going to be the answer you want to hear. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean that I'm not sad with you. Both things are true. I understand that you're upset. So I think it's very important that we are able to use empathy first. Now, I want to sort of asterisk this by saying a lot of parents will say it's not helping them calm down. It's not going to work immediately, in the sense, and I'll put work in air quotes, meaning they're not going to immediately calm down. When this is practiced over time, what starts to happen is your kids begin to feel seen in that moment. And when we feel seen and when we feel heard, we naturally start to settle back down. When we react and escalate with our child, everyone grows more and more dysregulated, and nobody is able to self-regulate in that moment. When you can stay calm and anchored, recognize how they're feeling and what they're experiencing while still holding your boundary, your child begins to feel safe. Your reactions or responses are more predictable and consistent, and as a result, your child will learn to tolerate the frustration that comes in these moments, but also recognize that they have the resilience to work through it. For more free resources, you guys can go into the link in my profile and grab those, and message me any questions you might have.